Hi there and welcome to another video by Dave Tromp. This is my weekly video that I'm making the weekend looking ahead at the currency markets, where in this video I will do a forecast to get a picture of what will happen in the coming week in the currency market. So I will be looking at normal currencies, that is fiat currencies like the euro, dollar, cryptocurrencies, and also gold and silver, which is money in my opinion and in many other people's opinion as well. Let's have a look first at the euro against the Turks Lira. That's one of the markets that I have been looking at lately. The Turks Lira has been going down very strongly and then regained some strength in the period of November, beginning of November. That, as we can see here on the chart, and it rebounded back to the upsloping channel or upsloping trend line. And I predicted this kind of pattern that seems to be playing out right now. So we had this kind of inversed head and shoulder pattern, and it looks like we are breaking higher now. So far so good. I think it can play out in the coming weeks until maybe January or February, that we will see new highs on the euro against the Turkish lira, unfortunately. So this is what I'm expecting for the euro against Turkish lira. So let's have a look at the dollar index. That's what I usually start with. So the dollar has been going down strongly and still is going down. So this is the weekly. Switching back to the daily, I predicted, or I foresaw this kind of head and shoulder pattern and then a move down, and that happened the last few weeks exactly. And thinking about that, how is it possible that the dollar is losing so much strength against Okay, so the dollar has been moving down against all the other currencies, especially against the euro. So why is this? There's a good reason for this. It's because, as you can see here, the money supply of dollars has been skyrocketing in the last since February, and now again it's going higher very strongly. And if we compare that to the euro, the money supply of the euro, the M1 supply, has been going up steadily, but not as parabolically as you can see here with the dollar. So that puts a lot of pressure on the dollar that is being absorbed by mostly countries that need dollars, because there are many countries that need dollars, especially emerging markets who have a lot of debt in dollars that they need to refinance, so they need dollars. But it puts a lot of pressure on the dollars, and you can see that clearly in the dollar index chart, as you can see here, and also in the euro against the dollar, you can see it moving higher. Let's move on and look at the other markets quickly. The British pound against US dollar. If we can see a break below here, below this level right here, then I think we could see a retrace to this trend line for the pound against the dollar. So that's what I'll be looking at. So it could be a short trade, something like this. So we put a stop above this high here, and then we trade it back to the trend line, or maybe to get a better risk to reward. Let's go at least for 1 to 2. So I'm not sure if I would take this trade, but maybe I would need a tighter stop, something like this. Then it could work. Something like this. There could be a possible trade that you have to fine-tune on the 4-hourly chart, probably. It's not trading advice, it's just something I'm looking at. Looking at the US dollar against Japanese yen going sideways, as I've indicated on this chart before. So not much going on there, I won't be trading that. The dollar against the Swiss franc. Dollar is losing strength against the Swiss franc as well, so I expect this to continue lower. Maybe we could see some sort of bounce back and then lower like this. That's something I would be looking at. Looking at the New Zealand dollar, still going higher. Also here we might see some rebounds, and then I expect to see some higher prices because here we have a very strong level and yeah, that's the way I would look at the market. Aussie dollar, so this pattern I've indicated is playing out very nicely. So we had this kind of reversed head and shoulder that was moving a little bit lower, and then we had a break of this level, this the connecting of these two swing points, and also this level that was broken here, and then I said we could see more upside, and we've just broken above this support area as well, or support and resistance area. So I think we'll see higher prices on the AUD against USD. The dollar against the Canadian dollar, US dollar, Canadian dollar, same movement to the downside. That should be continuing. Also, we might see some retrace because it's been a very strong move. So again, here we could see something like this. Then gold. Gold has been moving higher strongly, and we've made a move from, let's see where's the low point that I indicated, from this low right here in March, when we had and we have this bottoming or this sideways forming pattern. If we take this as a low and we do a Fibonacci retracement to the top here, then we can see that we've retraced 50% since this move happened of March, and I have a buy zone indicated between the 50% level and the 61.8% retrace level. I still think gold could retrace a little bit more, but it might also be that this has been the retracement that is it, and prices could continue higher. But anyway, if price of gold moves into this buy zone, then I will be buying a lot more. And for now, I'm just holding my position and waiting to see if prices go higher. For silver, same kind of thing, only here we have not yet seen a retracement of even the 50% level. So here I definitely think that we can see lower prices on silver in the short term, and in the long term I think once we've hit the 50% level, or maybe even in this we hit this buy zone, so hit between the 50 and the 61.8% retracement, then we could see higher prices. And especially this move here, this is a very strong move that can give very clear levels for the retracements on the Fibonacci levels. Another interesting thing I've been looking at is platinum. I've indicated this before, so that in the previous video I explained that there was a shortage on the platinum deliveries due to the coronavirus. Factories or mining facilities have been closed down or have been running on lower capacity due to personnel problems. And we can see here that this is the monthly chart, by the way, that price has broken out of this downward sloping trend line, and I indicated that if this happened, then we could see this move higher back to the old highs, and that would give a very interesting risk to reward ratio. So if I take it off the log scale, you can see very clearly that if prices would go all the way back to their previous lows or their ultimate lows, very all-time lows as of 2000 more or less, then we would be getting maybe $320, and the possible upside would be $2,200. So getting in at around $1,000 would give you a nice risk to reward of 1.7. Mind you, this is a long-term trade. This is the monthly chart, so it could take a few years for this to play out. But you can see this as an investment or a way to retain your purchasing power and just buy some platinum coins, keep them in your safe, or you can also buy on some bullion sellers that will hold them for you if you want that. But if you just want to buy a few coins, you can keep them at home in a safe and yeah, just make some money on it, or at least not lose your purchasing power on it in the coming years. So that's what I would be doing. So back to the logarithmic scale for Bitcoin. This is a lovely pattern going higher, retracement, wedging pattern, and we've broken out of that pattern. So this is on the monthly. Let's switch to the weekly. So we've definitely broken out of this pattern and we've reached the all-time high. We could still see some retracement back to this level, this trend line here. So we could still go back to maybe 1500, 1400 before we see higher prices. But as the new year is coming closer, I believe that in the new year a lot of big hedge funds will finally be ready to be adding Bitcoin to their portfolio. So they've had to jump to all kinds of legal hoops to make it possible for them to buy into cryptocurrencies, and as of 1st of January they will probably be legally allowed to buy into cryptocurrencies. So I think a lot of demand will hit the market, and that will be putting pressure on to the upside for Bitcoin and also other cryptocurrencies, but especially Bitcoin, of course. Looking at a little bit of short-term time frame for Bitcoin, for me that's the daily. I can see some slowing price action here, so I think it's actually very well possible that we can see a little bit of a turn down in the price back to the level that I indicated, so the 15,000 or 14,000 before we could see a jump higher. Ethereum on the other hand is still on this upward trajectory. So I think it's for now this is the most plausible scenario that prices will continue on this up and down movement, but making higher lows and higher highs probably. Anyway, I will change my mind as soon as we break and we make lower lows, and if we make lower highs, then I would maybe think that we have a shorter term downtrend. Litecoin, same here. I think this scenario is still very well possible, so I will be holding on to any Litecoin that I might have. Monero, also same. I indicated that if we would break below this trend line, then we could see maybe still an uptrend, but maybe first some consolidation and then trying to catch up with the previous trend line. But it looks now that we are holding above that trend line, so let's reset the chart. So we're holding above this trend line, so for now I think it's still very well possible that this will continue just going up and down above this trend line, and we would see higher prices. So that's it for me looking at the currency markets in the week of what is this, week 50? No, we're looking at week 50 already. So I hope you like this kind of videos. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you will, and click the notification bell so you will be notified of any new videos that I post. So thanks for watching and see you in the next video.